if I was standing on those bleachers, I'd sit down sometimes because I thought I was going to barf or pass out. Like I felt so sick, which the teachers didn't care because all I did was barf in that class. So they were like, oh yeah. I'm probably going to sneeze a lot in this.
That's okay. Why are you so sneezy?
I'm so sniffling.
You allergic to Scout?
I might be.
You allergic to Grace?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I've lived with Grace for 8 years and never got allergic.
Yeah, but then you had some time off. It seems like it's amped right up since she's come over here the last few days.
It's not since she came over here.
You said you're on 3 allergy pills today.
Yeah, that's not since she came over here.
I don't know. Seems like it is.
It's the same. It's equal amount.
Who's to know? Who's to know whose dog?
Who's the no?
Who's to know whose dog is causing your allergies? Is
Okay,
it my big fluffy one? Covered in
With
fur?
straight hair?
With straight hair? I was thinking Scout was the fluffy one.
Yes.
She's fur.
Goat's fluffy and straight hair.
Straight.
And then Grace is the curly hair afro one.
Yeah, Scout's covered in fur.
The straighter the hair, the more it sheds.
Do we just cut it out? Shave the white spots on her?
Did you hear me?
What?
Straighter the hair,
Mm-hmm.
more it sheds.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's why the hypoallergenic dogs have curly hair.
Gotcha. Is that because it holds the fur in?
I don't know what it is. They just don't shed.
Feels right. Let's go with that.
Like if we got a full-blown poodle, that would be completely hypoallergenic.
Insane.
That would be top tier. I'd love a poodle. I think they're fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're so big.
I wouldn't mind a smaller poodle.
I'd love a big standard poodle.
I like small dogs.
Really?
Yeah, I like small dogs.
Why?
They're just easier to manage.
They're so hard to train.
I like Shih Tzus. They're tiny and they look
I
like
know,
little
they're
lions.
so hard to train, it feels like.
Yeah, but I didn't have an issue with that until I met you.
People make excuses for them.
Then I met you. Yeah, people. It's easier than training. You just make excuses.
Yeah, I don't like that,
You don't have to
though.
train any of
I
those
don't want to have a
dogs.
yappy dog that gets lumps all over when it's older.
They do get lumpy. They do get really lumpy.
Yeah, mine had a skin rash on its back that was so freaking gross.
Is this Scout fur all over my microphone?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're sneezing. You having it up to your face.
Yeah, it sucks.
We gotta get some new puppy screens on this thing.
We gotta vacuum this house.
Can we
a
talk
million
about what
times.
happened when you first turned on this thing? You turned it on except for Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby usually turns it on.
I put the SD card in the wrong way because it
Yeah.
just slid in there. I thought those things, I've used those things before on my old laptop. And every time I put it in
An
wrong.
SD card?
Yeah.
And you put it in backwards before?
Every time I put it in wrong, it does not go in more than half a centimeter.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It does not go all the way in until I put it in the right way. This
Gotcha.
one slid
It's
right in
pretty
there.
loose. It's pretty loose.
This is a loose SD card slot.
Yeah.
So I'm blaming it on that.
Yeah, we can blame it on that. Can we specify what backwards means? Because I've literally never seen what you did.
I just threw it in. I wasn't even looking at it.
I felt bad. I can usually handle things like that where I'm like, oh, that's fine. I can fix that. But I looked at what you did.
You got
And
so
my
mad at me.
arms dropped. My
Yeah,
head
you look like
dropped.
Dale.
And I walked away. I didn't
You got
know.
defeated.
I didn't know it was possible. It was like putting a USB in, like where you hold it, like a thumb drive. Putting thumb drive in first, like
yeah,
the thumb
I
part in
didn't
first.
look at it. You have to understand that. I didn't look at it or
That's
feel
even
it
more insane.
or anything.
Yeah.
Because I thought that it would be like everything else that I've ever done in my life. If it isn't the right way, it's not going to go in. So I thought I'd go boop, boop, boop.
It does
boop.
that if it's, but like the brass things that all the information gets read by.
Yeah.
It was on the outside. It was sticking out.
Yeah, what does that matter? It all goes in.
No, it doesn't hit the connector.
That's not something that I would ever know. I've never opened one of those up.
You play what's your Switch game? Your Switch is the exact same thing as like an SD
I don't
card.
pay attention to that. You're not understanding this. I just throw things in there. Those game cards,
I put cookies in to see if I can try to play cookies sometime.
the game cards, I don't pay attention to which way they're going and which way the brass is. I go that way. Oh, there it goes. It fits. And now I just know that for the Switch games, the picture faces me and it's upright. So I just know that's how that goes in. I don't pay attention
I get
to the
that,
back of it.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you know which the top and the bottom
I don't
is?
know what the back looks like.
The top
All
and the
I know is
bottom.
that the picture is facing me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Is the thing with the USB is a little easier because there's obviously it can't go in backwards? Is that what helps you?
A USB? I don't use USBs.
Man, imagine if on the other on the camera, there's a micro SD.
Yeah,
you would have lost that.
I don't do any of that.
It's this big.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's crazy. I would love to see you put one in.
I don't care to put one in.
Oh, we've learned.
This is all your issue.
I just wanted to bring that up. Sorry, I walked away in defeat, but it was like one of my kids putting a video game in the toaster. That's the equivalent of what I felt.
That is not anywhere close to the equivalent.
It's pretty much, it does the exact same thing.
No, because that would have been a total prank.
It doesn't play the game. That
would have been a prank.
It felt like you were doing a prank to me today.
Yeah, well, it wasn't, so.
Scout, I don't want to play ball with you right now. I got a podcast to do.
Just stop throwing it.
It's so hard. I gotta get a bark collar on myself.
Yeah, we got a spray bark collar for both these nut holes.
Yeah.
They're sharing it.
Yeah. Grace is for when we're gone, so she doesn't bark at the door.
Yeah.
And Scout's is for the morning when she doesn't bark outside at people walking by.
And also for Grace for most of the rest of the time.
Yeah. I'm just kind of shocking Scout with it. I thought it was funny when you put shocking Scout, like a shock, like shock value, not like shocking. It's not a shock collar.
Yeah, it's not a shock collar. I was like, wait, what do you think this is? It doesn't shock.
You know how
why did we buy it?
There used to be that term, the shock collar. It was like a cool dude. It was a shock collar.
No.
I up until recently, I always thought it was shock collar. I was like, why does he want to have a shock collar on?
What is it?
It's like I know it's from a song. What is it? Shock collar, 20-inch blades on the Impala. Hollow getting late tonight.
Yeah, so what is it saying?
I don't know. I think he's a cool guy. He's a shot caller.
Oh, shot caller.
Shot
like
caller.
He calls the shots.
Calls the shots, not shock caller.
Gotcha.
Scouty, now you're getting up in my business. I thought it was funny, though, when you put it on, you're like, I don't know how to test it out if it works. And then you went, ah!
I kept doing it, though. That's the thing. Is I kept going, bark, bark, bark. And I couldn't. And I was like, this thing doesn't make any sense. And I was putting it on my throat going bark, and it wasn't doing it. I had to get it right on my like vocal cords and do it. And then it sprayed me right in the chin.
It sprayed you right in the chin. You didn't like it.
No.
Yeah. Did it work, though?
Yeah, it worked. I didn't want to talk again.
You didn't want to bark again for a little while, eh?
That's true.
Well, looks like it's going to work.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to
Samurai Do Talking.
Okay. I guess
he's
okay.
Okay.
How's Sam?
She's right.
And that's Bobby behind the camera.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Anyways,
let's not acknowledge him.
Best and worst?
Sure, sounds good.
Best and worst.
Best and worst.
Best and worst. It's a best and worst. I said a best and worst.
Best and worst.
I said a best and a worst and a best and worst. A best, worst, best, worst, best, worst. I said best part of my week and the worst part of my week is the best part of my week and the worst part of my week.
We've been grooving recently. What was that one that we made yesterday?
I have no idea.
Something about laundry? Our laundry, whatever that song that was. It was pretty, we kept it going for like a few minutes.
I forgot all about it.
And I wanted to write it down so we could sing it for the pod.
Ah, shoot.
Okay,
do you have your best and worst part?
I did best last time first. Didn't you go?
Ugh,
first time,
I
second.
never know. Okay. Let me think for a second. What do we do? What have we been doing on Friday?
Oh, I can go while you're thinking.
Okay, great.
We had a whole day yesterday together where we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We painted the whole day.
Yeah.
As much as we both hate painting.
Yeah. We just took a paintbrush everywhere. We didn't use a roller at all.
Yeah.
Even on the walls.
We used a roller one place, and you can definitely see where we used the roller.
Yeah, it sucked.
That roller from the dollar store.
Stupid rollers.
Yeah, blew apart. I didn't notice until after we were done. We were putting on the sticker wall.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's all this fabric all over the black wall?"
Yeah.
it's just that roller is part of our wall now.
Yeah, it's bad.
Dollar store rollers. Don't go for them.
Don't go for them.
Nah, it's not true. Sometimes they're good.
They're always bad.
They're not always bad.
We made a sticker wall, which is so cool. It's so fun.
Yep.
Because you always have stickers and you never know where to put them.
Never know where to put them. And the kids especially always have stickers.
Yeah, so here's a solution. Sticker wall.
Yeah. If you're listening.
For your sticker sticking needs.
Yeah. I was going to say if you're listening. If they're listening, of course they're listening.
If you're listening, then you'll know.
Yeah. If you're listening, you can send us some stickers if you know us.
Yeah, send some stickers.
Send some sticks. Buy some sticks.
Just email us and we'll give you our address.
We'll send you a stick if you send us a stick.
No.
I'll do that. I'll send them a samurai sticker if they send us a cool sticker.
Don't you have to pay for a stamp and stuff?
I guess a stamp.
I feel like we're losing money on this deal.
Maybe, but we'll make the money back later.
Send us 5 and we'll send you 1 back.
5 to 1. Yeah, that sounds good. 5 to 1. Send us 5 stickers. Can we talk about have we talked about our sticker hack? We kind of stopped talking about it on the Patreon for a second, but we didn't really talk about our sticker hack.
We're getting so many free stickers.
We're getting so many free stickers, guys.
Every store that we visit, for some reason, has free stickers right now.
Yeah.
And we've been taking so many.
How many stickers have we got in the last week?
20
6?
probably.
We got 6 from the one coffee shop, and then we've got a lot from that other place.
Yeah, it's probably close to 20.
Yeah, that's crazy. Every time we go for stickers, we're like, "Oh, cool stickers!" They go, "It's free," and we're like, "When? It's stickers." Have you seen food prices?
Yeah, I know.
When did sticker prices started plummeting?
I know, crazy.
It's crazy.
Because they used to be expensive. Stickers were expensive, especially the high quality, individual ones.
I guess everyone's got a Cricut now. Makes it easier.
That's true.
Man, I wish food was easier to get than stickers.
Yeah, I know. I wish Cricut could print food.
They're doing that now. They're printing steak now.
Yeah.
They're printing meat. And they can say how much marbling you want in it, and it's real meat, it's living cells.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
It's kind of weird.
3D pita steak. I was gonna say 3D print a steak. 3D printed steak. It's crazy.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of stickers. That's your best part?
Maybe that's why food prices are going up so high. We're spending too much money on 3D printing food machines.
Too much money in research.
Way too much money in research. It's like cancer research.
Get more money in the farming industry.
Yeah.
Big
I'd say
farms.
cancer research is bad.
Big farm.
Big farms.
Big pharma.
Big pharma. Hi, I'm from Big Pharma.
My name is Barb. I'm from Big Pharma.
I'm from Big Pharma. They got me to talk to you today because I'm unassuming because of my accent. I'm from Big Pharma. I'm Big Barba.
Name's Barb.
I'm Barbara from Pharma. Name's Barb. Did you do best and worst? I did the best. Stickers?
Do you know what your worst part is?
Our day. Part of that day, I'm going to talk about this whole day for a second.
Okay.
I got a new hockey helmet. It's green.
Yeah.
And I love it. And you don't know why that's weird. No one has a green hockey helmet unless you're with the Minnesota Wild. Who does that?
Yeah,
So dumb.
I can't tell that it looks dumb. I think it looks cool. It's green with a black cage.
Yeah, it's great. And that's also the thing. Adults don't wear cages. Kids wear cages. But how
am I supposed to know that?
I don't know.
I don't see that on when I watch. Even when I
started
watch hockey, it all looks the same to me.
Yeah, I started giggling, and I was like, I gotta send a picture of this to my friend, my hockey friend. I'm like, I'm such an idiot. And you're like, yeah, pretty good joke. It's like a helmet that you need.
What did he say? Was he like, oh, you're such an idiot?
He just wrote noise. I don't think he understood that it was. I think I'm the only one that thinks it's weird and funny.
Yeah, I think
and then I
so
sent it
too.
to Dale, who also has played hockey his whole life.
Yeah.
And he just said, "Is this your helmet?" After I said, "Hey, check out this helmet I got. It's green and in a cage. That's what I'm wearing this year. Is this your helmet?"
That's so funny. Yeah, it might just be you.
Might just be me.
You're
Apparently
just
not too weird. I think it's just insecurity.
Yeah, stop being so insecure.
Yeah, don't know what for.
Oops. and away, and you walk through the door.
That was delayed. That was funny.
Well, I tooted first.
Oh,
I had
right.
to really assess that situation.
What were you assessing?
Okay, my best and worst was, did we walk, when did we get coffee this week? Did we walk and get coffee on Friday?
We often get coffee on Friday. Yeah.
And then we talked about that on the Patreon?
Yep.
Shoot.
You
Okay.
can't talk about that now.
What else?
All the patrons are going to be mad if we talk about that. And they got an exclusive, and then we just talk about it in the next
Oh,
episode.
yeah. We started our Patreon again, so go.
Yeah, we never left. Bobby actually just been phoning it in. And he forgot to upload the last few.
So we said that we
would take it
stopped,
over.
But
Yeah.
we actually didn't. We're still on there, so go join our Patreon.
And it's a little hard. You got to go to our Instagram.
Yeah, go follow the links.
Because we're a little bit open on that. We're a little explicit. I think we're actually less explicit on there than on here. But either way, we had to list ourselves as explicit, which means you can't search for us on Patreon.
Such bull.
Such bull, bro. Anyway, so if you go to our Instagram, click on our link, you'll see Patreon.
Yeah.
And then you're laughing. Literally.
You're
literally laughing.
Okay, my best part
Yeah.
was also paint. No, you know what? Not the painting part. It was the stickers at the end.
Stickers are fun.
I loved putting the stickers on there and cutting up the stickers, getting them ready for the little tray that we're going to have on there, because we're going to have a little tray full of stickers that anybody that comes over, they can just put a sticker on the wall and choose one.
Yep.
So fun. If you have stickers, bring them.
Yep. Or send them 5 to 1.
Send
Talk
them,
about
bring
it.
them, do whatever you need to do. That's the best part.
Just write and tell us about your stickers. Love to read about them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Worst part?
Worst part. I'm just trying to think. I was gonna say painting. So I hate painting, but it actually was okay.
I know. I just got so grumpy painting.
I know it's a lot of my hand cramps. You gotta clean up, but I think the hacks have helped the cleaning.
Yeah, we just throw everything
New cleaning
out.
hack. Yeah, this is be on Pinterest.
Yeah, throw it out.
Garbage can. And every time I throw something in the garbage can that could easily be rinsed and used again, I say, I'm a goddamn king.
Yeah.
And I just throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need this foolishness. This
I
is
know
for
exactly
poor
where they
people.
keep fresh ones of these.
Cleaning is for poor people.
Literally. Ever met a rich person that rinses? No, they just throw out their plates.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Worst part. I'm having trouble thinking of a worst part. Other than, there's gotta be something.
My worst part was that I ordered an electric scooter and I went to go cancel it because it was impulsive and they didn't let me cancel it, so it's coming today.
Yeah, you did a really expensive impulse buy.
Yeah, I know. So I might just ride it around a couple times and then return it if I can.
Yeah, just see if you like it. We're almost at the end of the scooter season.
Yeah, I'm going to test the waters
Scooter
and then I'm
weather.
going to return it.
Scooter weather.
And I'm going to ask for one for Christmas instead.
It's scooter weather.
Scooter weather. Oh, I really want to buy a Kindle.
Yeah, is that an impulse buy too?
For sure, but it's cheaper. And I feel like it'll save me money in the long run.
In the long run, if you keep using it, yeah. Plus, you have all the books on you. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know, and I don't have to display them.
And you can read at night without being on your phone, without having the lights on.
Right?
Pretty good. And it has the ink display, so that's good for your eyes. List those reasons.
Oh, what else?
What else? List those reasons.
I don't have to carry around a bunch of books to read a bunch of books.
That's another good reason. If you're traveling, bring all those books
You
with
can't
you.
mess it up. You can't mess up the book.
Can't mess up the book. They always know where you
no
are.
No more dog ears. Say bye to dog ears.
Is it bad that I like dog earring?
Why do you like dog earring?
I don't know, because I never know where a bookmark is.
Can you please not dog ear any of my books?
I'll try not to.
Except for the self-help ones. Because those ones I don't care about.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I can dog ear the Don't Kill Myself books.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But any of the nice ones, just don't. Okay.
I don't be reading. I listen to books.
I know. I'm just saying, if you decide to, don't.
Okay, I won't. Man, I really wish they had audiobooks back when I was a kid. I would have done a lot better in school, I think, if they made me. I was not good at reading books.
Done equally as bad.
I would have read them at least.
I didn't read any of them, and I still wouldn't have listened to any of them.
Yeah, they probably would have been super boring back then.
You know what I always did?
Tell
Because I
me.
always still got a good grade. I still cared about that.
Yeah, me too.
I'd read the first page of the chapter and the
Yeah.
last page of the chapter and write and
Figure it
assume the
out.
rest.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would read the summary in the back.
Yeah.
And then, so because it gives you the characters.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you read the end, you read the
Yeah.
last page, and you're like, no, okay.
Yeah.
I bet I kind of know what happened.
Yeah.
And then what I would do is I would just like flip through a bunch of them randomly and stop at a few points and then go, okay, because they want you to reference something.
Right.
And so it's like, on page 82, if you notice, they said this.
Pretty good.
Pretty classic them. My friends hated me because I never read a single book in high school or elementary. I think I read I don't think I read a single book. No.
Me too.
Yeah, I didn't read a single book in all of school. And at the end, I'd always do it right at the end. So they give you like months to read the book and do the book reports and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I would do mine last minute. And at the end, the teacher would be like, "See, this is what I'm looking for, guys." And hold up mine.
I remember
It's a wonder why I dropped out of college, university, or college, high school, and lots of other stuff.
I just remember doing like based on chapters. We'd have to do chapter reports.
Oh, that's a little easier.
So I'd have to do first page, last page of each chapter.
Yeah.
And assume the rest, write the little thing, answer the questions or whatever. And then, I'd get good marks, but I never read the books.
Crazy.
I think I tried to read Hunger Games because I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun.
You could read Hunger Games in school?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was
I got lame books.
That was like English something. That was the first book that was actually kind of good that we got to read.
Yeah, it's a great book.
But I
actually did read that book later.
I still didn't finish it.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't.
Oh, I was working up north. I was really bored, and I had all three, and I read all three.
That makes sense. You read all three?
Yeah.
Holy shoot!
I read the third one in like a few hours.
The
I was
third
really
movie
into
is
it.
absolute garbage. So I can't even imagine
The
how
book's
garbage
pretty
the
good.
book is.
The book's pretty good.
I can't.
The third movie is split up into two movies.
Yeah, I've heard the third book is also trash.
It's all right. It definitely didn't need to be two movies.
Yeah.
But yeah. They made me read like To Kill a Mockingbird. Garbage.
Yeah, that's old people books.
Old people books. What am I learning from that?
I read The Breadwinner.
I don't even know what that is. There's a dystopian one.
Yeah, I read those.
Yeah.
The Fahrenheit 451 or something, and there's another one.
I don't know. I don't even remember the names.
Oh yeah, there's two dystopian ones that we got to choose, and I didn't read either of them.
I didn't read either of them either. What was the first book you ever read?
I don't know.
Scotty, can you stop gnawing on that ball?
How do you measure that? Because like you read children's books.
No, like real books, like an actual book. Like you pick it up and you go, "You want me to read this whole thing?" Like,
I don't know how to measure that. Like I went progressively.
No, like
I didn't just start with like I can reads 1, 2, and 3, and then move to. Like,
I'm talking
when
you were like in high school, and like when did you sit down and read a book? Like read an actual book?
I was always reading different books.
And you finished them?
Yeah, like kids' books and like the I Can Reads books and
Goosebumps?
like. I don't know if I ever got into Goosebumps. I tried once, but I didn't care about it.
And they were big? Like they were like a novel?
There's lots of different chapter books. We call them chapter books.
Yeah, that's amazing that you could read a bunch of books, but for school stuff, you're like, I'll just figure it out.
Yeah,
So you could read. Like, I just didn't like reading at all. I didn't read books for myself.
Yeah, I felt like I was reading books for myself when I was a kid. And then once it became homework, I was like, fuck, I don't want people telling me what to do. It was something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
You were rebelling against reading.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha. We gotta go gymnastics soon. I gotta keep track of the time.
I'm not like a fabulous reader, but I do just kind of keep going. Like if I'm lost, I just keep going. I'm like, I'm not going to stop and reread that page.
Oh yeah, I go back because I'm like, I don't know what I just read.
Yeah, I just accept that I'm lost and I try and find it in the next couple pages.
Sometimes I'll be thinking and then realizing my eyes are reading.
Yeah.
And then I get like pages and I was like, oh, I've not been paying attention to stuff I've been reading.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens to me, and you just can't worry about it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I've learned to go past it. My dad wrote a book recently.
Yeah, I heard.
And is it bad to ask him to make it on audio? I really don't want to read this, Dad. He wrote like a memoir of his life.
How about I read it to you every night?
Oh, I'd love that. No, I wouldn't love that.
Give you a chapter a night.
I don't want to hear your voice with his thoughts.
Why?
He's a nice man, but it'd be weird.
You don't know till you try.
It's true. Maybe I'd like it
Don't
too
know
much.
what you got till it's gone. A paradise.
But I would parking lot. Yeah, I think he should push for audiobook. That'd be good.
What's your worst part?
Oh, right. Worst part. I don't know. What's my worst part? I've had a pretty good week. Painting sucked. Our fight, maybe? That sucked. That sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful. That was the worst part.
I think Mercury was in retrograde.
Yeah, that's what you said?
Everybody was fighting. Everybody that I hear
Look out.
that was together was fighting.
Yeah, that's true. So that's probably the worst. Everything else was just like trivially awful. Like painting. Ugh, I hate painting. But you know what? No. The fight was bad. I don't like that.
Yeah, me
It
neither.
was not fun.
Me neither.
Took a lot of my energy out.
Yeah, for sure it did.
But other than that, it was good. Good
Other
week.
than that, it's been great.
Great
It's
week,
been a really
great
good week. It's been a quality week.
And my best part was with you. So what's that saying at the end of the week?
My
Oh, we got
scooter's
you
on
a
the
helmet.
way.
We got you a cool pink helmet too.
Oh yeah, we got me a helmet.
And I
It's
got-
pink and yellow.
it's pink
Looks
and-
like Barbie.
It does.
Hey.
Oh, can we talk about my sister's listening to this? Can we
Okay.
talk about this? My
What?
sister hated the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could hate the Barbie movie. I think I can. Exactly how she hated it. But she got caught up on like the thinking it was like a feminist propaganda movie.
Yeah.
But it's just a dumb, funny movie.
It's a funny movie. It has some feminism, like it's all satire. It's feminism satire.
Yeah.
Which is funny because men rule the world.
Yeah.
Men are great at being men. Like
We're so
that's
good at
just
it.
what it is.
We're so good at it. We're not gonna let it go.
And yeah, I don't know. That's what it is. And it's funny for the Barbies to be like, women rule the world because we saved it.
Yeah, we saved it.
We saved it.
Yeah.
That's such a funny thought to be like thinking, like be a Barbie and
Yeah.
be so out of touch and thinking that you like saved
It was
the world.
it was all extreme. Like I loved it when Ken spoilers when they go to the real world and Ken
Yeah.
sees all the dudes doing
Yeah.
everything instead of all the Barbies.
Yeah.
And he thinks that the patriarchy is just about horses.
Yeah,
I
men
think
on
that's
horses.
so funny.
When I found out the patriarchy had nothing to do with horses,
I will say I thought it was funny. My sister was like, "That was an awful movie," and I go, "What about this part? What about this part? What about this whole thing?" And every time I said something, she's like, "Yeah, that was funny."
okay, yeah, that part was funny.
But the overall idea, I don't stand for. Watch it again, Alyssa. It's great. Watch it again with an open mind.
There's a funny
Watch it the same way I watched Brokeback Mountain. It's a good movie.
There's a funny thing about like people who like The Godfather and people like that
Yeah.
that hate the Barbie movie.
Yeah, I
they
know.
all hate like everybody who's pretentious about film and is like a man
Yeah.
or a misogynist or anything. They're like the Barbie movie was atrocious.
It's just people that can't take being made fun of either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Because Alan was so funny.
Alan's
Ken
great.
was so funny.
All the discontinued Barbies were funny. Weird Barbie was great.
Yeah. I think it's funny that the Barbie movie and like the feminism undertones and stuff, but like at the end, all you love is Ken.
Yeah.
You love
Ken
Ken.
really took it away.
You love Ken and Alan,
Yeah.
which is so funny.
I thought it was crazy that you went to go buy Ken's sweatshirt. I'm Knuff.
Yeah.
I'm Knuff, but it's like this like
Yeah,
rainbow.
why is that crazy?
It's not crazy. But the crazy part is this Barbie movie about how Barbie's great and Ken suck.
Yeah.
And you went to go buy it and it was sold out already.
Yeah.
Or maybe you went to buy it, you were thinking about it, and by the time you were thinking about it, it became sold out.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny that Ken and Alan became like the best characters, and that's
Do you know why?
totally because they're men.
Because they're men.
I understand it. That's why it's funny.
Yeah. Because it's only funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So that happened. Disappointed my sister.
Aww.
We used to love crappy movies together. Tell Alyssa, write in, tell me why that's not like equal to date movie. Date movie was dumb and stupid and funny. It's the same.
It's not dumb and stupid.
It's dumb and stupid.
It's not dumb.
It's pretending to
or
be dumb.
stupid.
Oh, sorry, it struck a nerve.
I don't think it's dumb and stupid. I think it's got silly humor in it, but I also think it's really good.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie. That was really well done.
It was really well done. You want to talk? Did we do our best and worst? Did you do your worst?
My worst part was
Oh, I remember worst part. My new worst part. You go.
the hot snakes at Home Depot.
Oh, that was so gross. That was so gross. No, that was
That's
not.
my worst part. And I wasn't even there for
That's
it.
because I took a picture to show you. I was like, that's a lot of hot snakes in that toilet. I got to take a picture of my girlfriend.
That was so much poop.
And the best part, I was like, I only took one picture, and I was like, this is just a this is a sample. Like, this explains what every toilet in there was like. You don't need to see
Yeah.
every toilet. Trust me, it was like this one.
It was so full of poop. You couldn't even sit down without your butt touching
I know.
poop.
I wanted to go to the bathrooms. I wanted to go poop so bad, and then I saw hot snakes in every single toilet sitting there. I kept putting one toilet. I'm like, that's not. I'm not gonna do that. The last toilet was the handicap toilet, and I was like, that seems weird for me to go in the handicap stall. But anyway, it was the only one that
You never go in the handicap stall?
I try not to, just to leave it, just in case someone's.
Yeah,
I
but
get
if
worried
it's
that I'm
the only-
pooping, and then a handicap guy goes, "Oh, I'll just wait patiently," and then I walk out, and then he
but
goes,
if
"Oh, it
all
didn't seem
the
like you
other
needed it,
stalls
did you?"
were taken, I don't think it's
That's
a
true.
problem.
I take the stall if I bring the kids in. But anyway, I went to the handicap stall, and and there was like, it was full of piss and hot snakes, but all the hot snakes were at the bottom, and there was some toilet paper on top, so you couldn't really see it. And I was like, okay, I can deal with this one. I could flush this one. So I walk over and I tried the waving. It didn't work. I tried the manual button. It didn't work. And I went, looks like I'm not pooping today. I didn't want to deal with it at all. I'm not going to add to those hot snakes.
So fucking funny.
So gross. And then, yeah, I took a picture for you before I left.
So gross.
Oh, and I taken a picture, and the picture before that was the one of the paint can. I was going to show you the girl at the paint section
Yeah.
at Home Depot. And I thought it'd be funny if I clicked on it, but then I swiped by accident, and it was just a picture of Home Depot toilet with hot snakes in it.
So gross. Yeah, that's my worst.
What's your worst part? Just hearing about it?
Just kidding. That was funny. I don't know what my worst part is. I guess. My worst part is. Gosh, I don't know. I've been having a really good week.
Good week. This wasn't a worst. I guess I enjoyed the end product of it, but I moved a bunch of sod over to grass over to
Yeah, that was
covering
cool.
this garden. That took forever, and I was exhausted. My arms are still so sore from doing all of it, but it's good that it's done.
I got a blister from helping you. Maybe
Is that your
that's
worst
my
part?
worst part.
Yeah. Oh, you got a sliver this week.
Oh, I got a sliver.
Yeah,
I hated
you have
that.
the tiniest sliver I've ever seen, and you could not look at it.
Yeah, I
You
don't
were
like
very
slivers.
brave,
Thanks.
and you sat still, waited for me to get it out for you.
Slivers are scary. I don't like anything piercing my skin. It creeps me out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't like needles.
I don't like needles. I don't like cuts. I don't like slivers. I don't like anything going inside my skin.
I don't mind IVs because there's a place for it to go.
I don't like it either.
I don't mind it because the attempt is that they're going into the vein, which makes sense.
But they're piercing through my skin first.
I know. I know. But I don't like needles that just jam into your arm.
Yeah.
And I was a paramedic. I didn't like doing it.
It seems like it should hit something.
Yeah, it does.
Seems like it should be
It can-
hitting
it can
bones
hit the
and
bone.
stuff,
Yeah, you can
which
hit the
is
bone.
so gross.
Yeah. Which brings us to we're going to talk about us passing out. That was one of the reasons I almost passed out at work once.
Yeah.
So is that your worst part, sliver?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to get into it?
Sure.
New record. 33 minutes.
Hop on in.
My arm is numb.
I'm
My
about
microphone
to-
hand is numb.
I'm about to dive in. I want more of that iced coffee so freaking bad. I'm gonna chug that like it's chocolate milk. I'm not even joking. I cannot.
should not buy that.
I cannot keep that in the house.
We should not buy that. You wanted to drink it like midnight last night.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably fine. How much caffeine? How much caffeine is 125 milligrams per cup anyway?
Cup and a half.
Cup and a half. Oh, that's pretty
I
good.
did half a serving today. I didn't do a full serving.
I think there's that. Oh crap! I just threw a ball.
only did half a serving. I didn't do a full serving, so I could probably handle half a serving at some point.
How you feeling? Any anxiety?
No.
Hey, we both are off our meds too.
I know. I feel so good.
Which explains the fight
Explains
last
the fight.
week. Yeah.
The fight was about nothing for people that are frustrated that we're not talking about it more.
Yeah.
It was
We
nothing.
can't even tell you what it's about.
We couldn't even tell you what it's about.
I just knew that all I had to do was just go, okay. And then I just kind of like, I was just weathered the storm.
Yeah.
I feel like you were fighting.
I weathered my own storm.
I feel like you were fighting at the world, and I was just the one next to you.
Yeah, I was fighting myself, and you were along for the ride.
And then I was like, "Are you sure it's not just because this is what we're going through? A lot of stuff. You've stopped eating garbage. We stopped lots of stuff." And you went, "No, these are real feelings." and then later you're like, "I'm really sorry about that."
Well, yeah, it got taken to a dark place,
Yeah.
and then we both had to separate.
Yeah, we did.
I went away. I left the house just so we could both cool down. You got some McDonald's, smoked some weed, and we both had a little cool off. Came back together, and
It's fine.
it's been fine ever since.
It's been good.
It's been great. We needed to get some things off our chest. And
Yeah, we definitely needed
just
to get,
air it out
yeah.
a little.
Yeah, we were definitely on the edge there.
Yeah.
You want to talk about passing out? Because we just talked about the bone, like the needles hitting the bone. That caused me to pass out when I was a student.
What did you want to tell me about passing out?
Well, I told you last night quickly. I'll just frame you up. We were talking about different times we passed out. I want to know if you've ever passed out.
Yeah, once.
And I was gonna say it's when I saw this guy putting a central line in which is like you're going into the artery underneath your clavicle.
Yeah.
I saw a doctor teaching a student, and he was just kept putting it in to under the guy's clavicle, hitting the guy's sternum until like the needle would stop. Mm-hmm. And he just kept stabbing the guy's sternum to do that. And I don't know why. I was at work if I'd eaten something that day, and I almost passed out. And the other time was when I saw the guy. He came in with a finger chopped off at the tip, and he wasn't sure if he could save it. He brought the tip. I didn't tell you this. He brought the tip in on elk meat. He's like, "Do you think you can save this?" He saved it on elk meat.
That's funny.
It wasn't like, he's like, "I know it was better if it was skin-to-skin contact." So he just had it on elk meat, his open finger. Anyway, the doctor's like, "We can't save it." So he ended up having to cut it off at the knuckle, right here, the first knuckle. And I had heard that this amputation was coming in, and I was at lunch, and I was at A&W, and I basically smashed down my burger, and then ran to the hospital where they were going to do this, so I can watch it. And as he was doing it, the guy was sitting up awake, just talking to the doctor. They just numbed it. A really tough guy. And he was just like taking this X-Acto knife that looks like you got from like the dollar store, and he was like edging it out. And then the guy, the patient goes like, "What's that little thing?" And then the doctor takes the X-Acto knife and he tips it. He like hits the top of it. And he goes, "What, this thing? Tink, tink, tink. That's your bone." With the sharp X-Acto knife. And I remember feeling like white up to my waist, and I was like, "I don't feel good." And then he's like, "What's that part?" And he goes, "Oh, that's just the rest of your cuticle. You're not going to need that." And he takes the X-Acto knife and he just cuts out the cuticle and he just throws it out. And I'm like, "I don't like that either."
That's so gross.
And then he makes a little spot around so he can get to the knuckle inside the skin. Takes these little crimpers that go in, and he just crimps the knuckle and just separates the top bone from the knuckle. And the sound of it was the exact same sound as the lettuce that I had just eaten in the burger, the crunch. And I remember feeling I was up to my eyes white, and I'm like, if I get full white, I either puke or vomit, or puke or pass out.
Either puke or vomit.
Puke or vomit, or sometimes
you don't want to know which
sometimes
one.
Sometimes both. So then I walked away. I almost passed out then. But I have one time where I actually passed out, but I wanted to hear about yours. And you said your brother passed out, and he was on video?
Yeah, I have a funny video. I've passed out once that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't know if like when I was a kid or anything. I know my dad was a big fainter. My dad fainted once. He was at the top of the choir. He was in choir.
Oh, wow.
And you know the little bleachers that you stand on?
Yeah.
And he was at the top because he's the tallest.
Why was he at the top? Why wouldn't he just be beside? He'd be taller than everyone still.
Beside what?
Beside the bleachers. He'd be taller than everyone in the back.
He was younger.
Oh, okay.
He was a younger kid.
Gotcha.
He wasn't a full-blown adult singing with a bunch of kids.
My dad loves choir.
He fainted and he fell backwards, and you know how you used to have like the gymnastics, like jungle gyms in the old gymnasiums that were like pushed against the wall and then they'd bring it out?
Yeah.
Well, there was the ladder right behind him, and he hit his head on every rung of the ladder. It went boom, 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 all the way down.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So my dad was a big fainter. He's fainted a lot. I fainted once, but I was super conscious for it. Like, I remember I was going to the kitchen in my old house. And I remember blacking out like slowly and being like, oh, I'm going to, like, I lost all feeling now. And I hit my hip against the corner of the counter, which hurt so bad, but I was trying to hold on. And I was like, no, I'm still going. And I was just like, and then I had to give in and I just fell on the floor and blacked out. And I don't know how long I was down there. And then I woke up and I started crying and ran to my mom. I was like, I just passed out, I think. And she was like, okay, but you're up now. I was like, okay, I think I'm fine then. My mom's gonna pretend like that didn't happen.
That didn't happen, yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna forget that happened. And then
We went to the hospital. What are you talking about?
And then my brother was also in choir, and there's this Remembrance Day.
Bunch of singers in your family.
I know.
This is wild.
Choir also made me feel faint. I barfed during choir.
That's normal. That's normal.
Yeah, and so usually in choir or like in like elementary school Christmas concerts and stuff like that, if I was standing on those bleachers, I'd sit down sometimes because I thought I was going to barf or pass out. Like, I felt so sick. So I'd just keep sitting. But the teachers didn't care because all I did was barf in that class. So they were like, yeah, you should probably be sitting the entire time.
Why would they even bring you to the recital? Like, I bet she could. We're going to add 1,000 people. I bet she can handle it then.
I think they just kept thinking that I was sick.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, guys, it only happens during choir. Like, this is where I'm sick.
I feel fine before and after, guys.
But yeah, I didn't.
Do you know why that happens? Well, there's like social anxiety too that plays along with it. But it's the same reason why if you go to like cadets parade or even like it happens in the military too. But if you're standing for too long and you lock your knees, it can cause you to lower your blood pressure.
Yeah, I think it's that because I would play, like I did dance concerts and I've done like some Christmas concerts I'd be like actually in the show and like acting and stuff. And those times I never felt sick. If I was like dancing or like moving around, moving
your body.
I never felt sick. It was only when I was standing in one place for a long time. Yeah. And that's why I don't like I get anxious about standing in one place for a long time. Like when we were at that market or whatever, or like the
we got to the art tent and stood there.
And we were just standing there. I wasn't just bored. I was like, if I stand here
gonna vomit
any longer, I'm gonna friggin' puke. Like I cannot just stand around. And it's not even like.
I had so much fun there. I was like, they're entertaining my kids. This is great.
I was like trying to move my legs and stuff, but I was getting anxious that if I stood there any longer, I was gonna barf. So I just went for like the longest walk ever. But yeah,
I used to love going to Remembrance Day parades, like just the ceremonies and stuff like that, because I'd always watch the cadets pass out. It was my favorite part. Watching the young cadets go. Every once in a while, you see one of them go to the knee. And you're like, oh, he's about to pass out. That's what they're supposed to do instead of passing out. Yeah. One guy I knew in the Army, he passed out when he was when we were at attention for a while, and we had rifles with our bayonets on them because we were doing drills and stuff. And he passed out, and he fell onto his bayonet that was sticking straight up, and it slid him from his like chin up his nose up to his forehead. He got really lucky. He could have stabbed himself in the face. Yeah. But he just collapsed onto his own bayonet. What an idiot.
What a freaking idiot. There's this video of my brother that's on YouTube. It's public. You can look at Westmount Remembrance Day. Okay. And it's his little concert thing. And at the very end, you don't, because it's somebody else's kid that's getting videotaped, so you don't see him do it. But you just hear a big bang and everybody go, because he fainted. So let me play that for you. This is an ad.
Oh, it's not it. We don't have the rights for that song.
Oh, we don't have an ad. Don't listen to this part, guys. This is not.
Bobby, edit this out.
This is not sponsored.
Can I see? Okay. Can you point him out if he gets into? Is he the yellow one?
Oh, he's way over here.
Oh, okay.
You won't see him.
Oh shoot! Oh shit!
Oh shit! At the very
That's
end.
so funny.
All
Let's
the
have it
kids
happen
go.
off camera.
Just a big bang. He was on the top row, and I think he fell backwards or something.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So we're
top. Both of your dad and
Yeah.
your brother both top row passer outers, eh?
Yeah, during
That's
choir.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they put the high jump mat behind the top row? You think?
Something.
Something.
Or teach the kids that you cannot just, if you feel like you're going to throw up, sit down.
Sit down or wiggle your knees while you're singing.
Yeah.
Like do something.
They need better choir etiquette.
Yeah, they
being
do.
taught in schools. And you know what? That brings me to my charity that I'm going to start. Better choir education.
Better choir education. Yeah.
For kids that pass out,
Yeah.
that are susceptible to throwing up and passing out on choir bleachers.
He's so funny.
Yeah. You said you passed out?
Oh yeah, the time I actually like really passed out that was really bad. It was when I was on leave from the military, and I was just trying to keep up some training, like some running and like working out and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I started working out. It was a heat wave, and I went on this long like run outside where I was going up and down hills just because I wanted to torture myself, and I was like running backwards up a hill, up and down, like little up and down this little hill for a while, to the point where I just felt really sick. Came home, and I started watching Jarhead. It was still really hot. There's no AC in the house that I was in, and I kept working out. I was doing some workout in this room, and I don't know what happened, but I remember standing up, and I remember what part of the movie it was, and then I didn't feel anything, and I remember waking up on the ground. That was it. So I was bending over, and I was already exhausted and tired, and I stood up too quick. Mm-hmm. And then I remember just like thinking, that's all I remember, but that was me passing out. And I woke up, and I remember what part of the movie it was at. I was watching Jarhead, and it was like a half an hour had passed when I started hearing it again. And I woke up, my head was against the wall, like 90 degrees from my back. I was on the ground. My head was against the wall, straight up, and you could see where my head connected to the wall. There was a little dent where my head hit, because I basically went straight back, hit my head, and I landed on this like wicker basket, flattened it. And didn't know until I got up later and found it, but it was completely flattened. And I was like, how'd that happen? I was like, oh, right. I must have passed out on top of it. But when I woke up, I was like, I'm either going to pass out again or vomit or both. And I got to get some water in me. And I couldn't walk. I had no energy. And I remember crawling on my belly and going, I was passing the bathroom. I'm like, if I go get some water in this bathroom, I'm puking. Because if I smell a toilet or whatever, I'm going to puke. And so I crawled all the way to the kitchen, and I got some water, and I slowly started coming back. And no, I was by myself. I was out for a half an hour.
I remember, like, I used to work out fasted.
Yeah.
I used to like going for a run and working out fasted.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that too.
Which was so, like, that's how I've realized it's so bad for me. I cannot do that. Some people can do that totally fine. If I work out, like, that's why I wasn't working out in the mornings for a while, because I still used to like intermittent fasting in the mornings, and I wouldn't eat till like 11 or 12.
Oh, I see.
So I could not work out in the mornings, because if I work out fasted, I would get so sick.
Yeah.
But now I've started like eating breakfast normally. But I do remember the one time that I was working out fasted, and I went for a super long like jog, and then I was like working out hard, and then I went and had a hot shower. And I went,
oh, feel good.
I think I like laid on the bathroom floor for a long time,
Yeah.
and I was like, I cannot get up, and I just waited for forever until I could like crawl my way back to bed and start drinking water and cooling off and stuff. But yeah, workout fasted and then had a hot shower.
That's the recipe.
Yeah. Good thing I caught myself.
Good thing.
My brother's fainted other times too. He fainted in our like in our dining room or whatever in our old house. And he like I think he was like trying like something on, like a suit or a costume or something with my mom, and he fainted and he ended up under the table, and he was like out for a while. So
Did your mom just keep doing stuff around him, or
no,
just waited it out?
No, my mom called us in and we assessed him, but
Called us in.
we were like outside or something.
Called who in?
Me and my dad.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Spencer fainted!
Someone else come look at him.
Spencer's passed out under the table! Get in here!
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, we're big fainters.
So you guys are big. I didn't realize your dad has a voice of an angel. Is he a big baritone guy, or has he really high? Have you ever heard him sing?
Listen, never heard him sing.
Oh, what? He's keeping that under wraps? Big man like that?
I don't know
Beautiful voice like that?
I don't know when the last time he's been in choir was, so I don't push him.
I bet he's still got it. You don't lose that. It's like riding a bike.
Maybe.
Yeah, you bet he probably can nail some notes.
Maybe.
I want to find out what kind of singer he was. Like what range was it called?
Yeah, they don't really test you when you're a kid.
If he was only falsetto, that'd be funny.
They don't do that when you're a kid, though, in choir.
I feel like, maybe because he's not.
They just let you sing anything.
Just say, if you can say the words, that'd be great.
Just say the words and try to follow my hand.
Right.
Like,
but I was wondering what his natural one is. What his natural key is.
Yeah, I don't know if they were told that, because they never told us that in our choir.
I was never told that. But you can kind of figure out where your natural one is. Is it higher or lower?
Yeah, but if you're not a singer, if you're a pure basketball
That's
player,
true.
your entire life,
You're pure basketball. My dad was a pure basketball player.
You don't know those things. You don't know what
Do you know
falsetto
how gay it was to ask your music teacher what key you sung in? No, he didn't ask.
You don't know what a baritone is. You don't know what that is.
That's true. Okay.
He's purebred. Through and through.
What got your brother into choir? Oh, just like school? Like
Yeah,
just
this wasn't like
music class.
This wasn't like I'm joining an out of school choir.
Oh, I see. It's just like a music class.
You're put in choir when you're a kid.
Gotcha. I see.
In elementary school, you're just like thrown in it.
I understand.
And you have to do everybody has to do the Christmas concerts.
I understand. I'm going to jump off of it
It's
now.
not voluntary.
Okay, I get it now. Is there anything else you want to talk about today?
I don't know.
Okay, I've got some stuff.
Okay, what do you got?
You jump in if you think of it.
Okay.
I've got a few different things.
Let's hear them.
There is I think it's is it Manitoba? I don't remember. I really should have done more research.
Manitoba.
But there's a university where they teach a whole course on Batman.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah.
Where it's like all like life lessons and like things just from Batman, what you can learn from Batman.
Yeah.
That's great.
That.
I was going to ask you if you could take any university course based on any superhero, who would it be?
Good-looking famous men.
All right. I like that. You know what? I'm gonna change my. No. I was gonna say I love Batman, but no, I just love.
You're gonna say
chicks.
porn stars?
Just chicks. Just whatever hot teacher I got. That's my favorite class.
What would I take a class on? I would take. What do I want to learn most about? I don't know. What would you take?
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
You don't know everything about them already?
No, I would like learn a class. If I could like have a class being taught by like Splinter and like their teachings and how to become a good ninja.
Am I choosing like everything about this class? I'm confused. This is regular people life teaching you about Batman.
But I think that there's a lot of teachings
the question?
from
Am I misunderstanding?
Splinter. No, however you feel like the question should be answered is fine. I just like how I think Splinter's very wise. I think I'm going to learn a lot from Ninja Turtles, what they've learned from Splinter and stuff like that.
So what you're saying is Splinter is going to be your actual teacher, though?
No, just what they've learned from him over the course of comic books.
But aren't you just learning about Ninja Turtles? You're not learning to be a Ninja Turtle?
You're not learning to be a Ninja Turtle. You're learning life lessons from a Ninja Turtle. Same with Batman. Batman's great, too.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't understand the question. I think it's too deep for me.
Okay. Any hot guy?
I don't know.
You also don't like superheroes that much.
It has to be a superhero?
I don't know. It can be whatever you're thinking. I just want you to answer something. Right now, just spit out whatever you think. SpongeBob?
I like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man would be cool. Yeah. All right. I saw this. I was just going to go to the next one. I saw this. Someone 3D printed a thumb so humans can have a second thumb.
Okay.
Where it goes on this side, like below your pinky.
Okay.
And it actually lets you like hold on to things, and like you can hold a banana and peel it at the same time.
Okay.
Game changer.
How does this work if it's just 3D printed? Isn't 3D printing just plastic?
It was 3D printed, and then like with robotics and stuff like that, they've attached it to like your brain in some way, so you can actually control it.
Oh.
Which is cool. Like, would you like to have 2 extra thumbs?
Yeah, of
one
course.
on each hand, or would you go one thumb on one hand?
No, I'd do both.
You do both?
Elon Musk is also starting his trials for his
Neuralink.
little chips.
I'm so excited.
His brain chips.
I'm so excited. They're going to be really expensive, apparently.
Yeah,
for the reason of he's like, you're gonna be able to make so much money, it's worth it. You're gonna be able to pay this off right away. Mm-hmm. I love it.
I'd do it.
I'd do it too.
I'd invest all my savings into that.
Mm-hmm. I think it was funny when he first came up with the idea. It was back when like people were getting mad at Bill Gates. They were like, "You're putting microchips in these vaccines to control our brains." And they're getting mad, but then Elon Musk is like, "I'm going to put a microchip in your brain." Everyone's like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, I know. I was going to say the same people who are anti-vaxxers are going to be like, "I'll put that in my body."
I'll put that in my body. But the cool, like, do you know what that's actually going to do? Like, it's going to be obviously cool for cool reasons, but the reason for it is he thinks that it should be able to stop things like dementia because you can store your memory. And so it can help your memory. It can help lots of things. They can actually troubleshoot things, figure out where neurological issues are, and then compensate for that. So like it can possibly make people who are paralyzed walk again because it can bypass those things.
Yeah, he said something about blind people too. He could make
blind people see, yeah.
Blind people see.
Mm-hmm. Blind people hear again.
He can make blind people hear.
He got the
really
wires.
good.
He goes wires mixed up on that one.
Blind people can hear and deaf people can see.
Deaf people can see.
With my microchip.
You're not blind. It'll for sure make you blind, though. But then we got a patch that'll make you see again. But it will for sure make you blind for the first 2 weeks.
And you'll have supersonic hearing. Sorry, I needed a big stretch.
Right? Would you want another thumb on your like opposable thumb on your foot?
It's not necessary. It looks like you hurt your toe a little bit.
No, I just had to. That's my bad. That's a
jam.
bad toe. What's that?
It's jam.
It's just jam. It's my toe
It's
jam.
jelly in my toe.
It is my toe jelly.
It's raspberry.
Yep. No, that's blood. I picked my toenail.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know.
That's really bad.
You're really bad.
Oh.
Feeling backed into a corner, I'm getting aggressive.
Your face is bad.
Okay, second thumb. We're both pro, and you're pro.
Pro thumb, pro chips.
Pro chips. Yeah. All right.
What's your next thought?
My next thought is. Oh, I think I showed this to you, but I had a question for you. I showed you. There's a video going around online, just breaking the internet apart. There's. Did you know that? You already know this. Tarantulas have frogs as friends. Mm-hmm. Because frogs will like eat flies or eat other insects that will eat the spider's eggs. So tarantulas like frogs.
Yeah.
And like there's videos of frogs jumping on a tarantula and walking around. Like the tiny little frog jumps on a tarantula's back, gets walked down. The frog climbs into like the little what is it, like a little cave, tarantula cave. Mm-hmm. Just gets to walk around underneath his legs and stuff like that. Terrifying.
What's your question?
Terrifying. If you were a frog, would you do that?
No.
My other question would be, what little animal would you like? If you were a spider, what little animal would you like to have run around you? There's a bunch of different questions I got.
Okay, so many questions involve the spider though, and I gotta say no to all of them.
You're a spider. Go to
I
your
don't
head.
want to be a spider.
You're a spider. Kill yourself?
Kill yourself. For sure. If you're a spider out there, kill yourself.
I think it's crazy. The first frog that did that had to have been insane.
They don't notice that. They're not scared of spiders.
Yeah.
Spiders aren't eating them.
Right.
You're not scared of something that's not going to hurt you. Like if spiders literally never hurt us, then we wouldn't be scared of them.
Is Scout about to bark? She's gonna get sprayed in the face here.
No,
get
it's
it.
Grace.
Is Grace
is
growling?
Gracie, stop it.
All right. Well, that's it. Either way, it's crazy that they can be friends. It's crazy that spiders can be friends with anything.
Yeah.
Spiders are terrifying.
They're the devil.
Especially big ones like a tarantula.
It's the devil.
Grace, what the? Grace, get out of here.
We're basically almost done anyways.
Okay. Well, I've got one more thing
Rapid
to tell
fire.
you.
Rapid fire.
There's just one.
That's why it's funny to say rapid fire.
That's pretty
Zach,
funny.
Do you want me to explain?
No, I'm good. There was I saw the story. This lady went to the hospital because her husband severely broke her foot. While they were sleeping, she was wearing these leggings, and the leggings looked like snake skin, and the toe, it looked like a snake head. So he woke up in the middle of the night. Scouty, leave her alone. So his husband woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or whatever. He sees her foot sticking out of the covers. That looks like a snake head. It's the size of her leg, like the width of her leg, and with a snake head and going into the covers. He decides to just take something really hard and hit it as hard as he can to kill the snake in the middle of the night.
That's gross.
And so it sent her to the hospital because he mangled her foot. Wouldn't you if you saw a snake, obviously it's scary. I don't like snakes. But wouldn't you try to wake me up first? If that were like reverse, if I had these
I feel like I would have
leggings
just
on?
turned the light on to make sure, and then you'd see that it's not a real snake. It's just a foot.
Or you'd scream.
Like, there's no way it looks that realistic.
I mean, I saw a picture. I can show you the picture of it. But yeah, it doesn't look... especially since like you didn't go to bed with like an 8-foot python in your bed. It's really thick. You know, it's good. What's happening here?
She misses you.
I miss you too, Scouty. Anyway, I just think that you'd send out some warning signals.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. That's a weird thing to jump to, but
Yeah. How bad do you feel after that, though?
yeah, you'd feel awful.
Yeah. Do you think you try to go... I'm sure the guy would have been like, well, why did you wear these to bed then?
Yeah.
For the first thing he did.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, you shouldn't have done that then.
Yeah.
It was bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's weird to wear leggings to bed, period. So
I know, especially ones that look like snake, like over your foot. That's
I
weird.
don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Rubs me the wrong way.
Scout needs some attention.
Yeah, she does.
She doesn't like this. She has this bar collar on.
She can't talk.
Okay, then what legging could I have on that made you so scared that you're like, there's no time to turn on this light. There's no time to wake you up. I gotta smash this foot. For everyone's safety. I'm a hero. I'm a hero right now. I better not miss the first one. I better hit this one as hard as I can.
Terrorist.
If it was a picture of Osama bin Laden on my foot, if I was wearing like that,
Yeah.
you're a patriot. What can I say? That was the best answer.
I just want to do my country proud.
You did. I wouldn't have been mad. I'd be like, I asked for it.
I wore Osama
You
bin
know
Laden
what?
on my
Put
foot.
her in the room. Put her in the on the SEAL Team 6. She can take that shot. She's unflappable, that girl. This is another little thing I think I told you yesterday, but I think it's funny. I heard that during the Osama bin Laden raids, he was up. I think I told you he was up at the top of the staircase, and his son, who's older, I had to tell you because you're like, he killed a kid. There are lots of kids. But his son, who was an older adult, was protecting him when they come in for the raid, and they're like, just expect his son's gonna be armed. His son's gonna try to shoot at you guys. And one of the Navy SEALs, without telling anybody, just decided to learn his son's name. And start like speaking Arabic or whatever language he was speaking. And then as they're about to go up the stairs, instead of clearing the room, he just went, hey buddy, hey buddy, just down the hallway. And then Osama bin Laden's son poked his head out. He's like, is it my buddy? And then just got freaking domed in the face.
Yeah.
What an idiot way to die.
So dumb.
So dumb.
Sad.
I think if that happened in a video game, I'd be really upset with myself. I can't imagine real life being like, oh man, he got me. Oh man, that was so good. I knew he was in here too. I heard the fighting. I don't know why I thought it was my friend. Next time.
So silly.
So silly. What a dummy. I imagine heaven's real. Well, not heaven, but like wherever they're going. And then Osama bin Laden, he dies shortly thereafter. And he sees his son. He goes like, "What happened?" He called my name. He sounded like my friend.
He sounded exactly like my friend.
And then I just came here really quick. He said,
it was uncanny.
It sounded almost exactly like my friend.
He not only practiced my name, but he knew exactly what my friend sounded like and did a really good
impression.
impression.
He did a really good impression.
Son, you guys all sound the same. Yeah, it's a racist impression. That's all it was. Yeah. It wasn't an impression of your friend.
It was super racist.
You guys sound all the same. He's mad at his son.
He's mad at his son. They replay it. They get to watch it. He said Durka. Why did you think that was your friend? That was really racist.
That's not even your name.
What the hell, man?
He said Muhammad. That's not your name.
My friends used to call me Muhammad. I thought it was. Okay. Oh, these dogs are going crazy. We got to take these dogs for a walk.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up and slap it up.
Let's wrap it and slap it. Hey, Grace, you going crazy? You going crazy?
Okay. This has been Samurai Do Talking. I'm Sam. She's Rye. And we're done talking.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God. It's going to just rip my earphones off my head. Okay, these dogs want to go outside. Okay. I'm getting the message.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Love you.
Take it away, Mel.
Everybody loves your podcast this week. Everybody.
That's great. Good reviews.
Yeah, getting good reviews.
We're at Sam and Rye Do Things at everything.com.
You can check us out on Facebook,
Gmail,
Instagram,
text message if you know us,
Patreon,
Facebook.
Email us at samandrydothings.gmail. I don't know. All right.